Hi, this is Scott Bogren, Editor-in-Chief of DigitalCT Magazine, welcoming you to our special edition on inclusive transit planning. You know, there's so many things in life where I think an apt cliche is you can only get out of something what you put in, whether it's a recipe or the development of software. There's a lot of places where that fits, and it really does fit as well with transit. And if we are, as an industry, to provide the most accessible, broad-minded forms of community and public transportation, we have to involve the people that we seek to serve. Along these lines, CTAA and the Administration for Community Living and our partners at Easter Seals and the National Association, of Area Agencies on Aging and Westat have been working on a project that is succinctly titled Strengthening Inclusive Coordinated Transportation Planning to Promote Community Living. And what really that long title boils down to is how do we include at the very genesis, at the planning stages of community and public transportation, older adults and people with disabilities to ensure that the services that emerge out of these processes meet their needs. And we think we've got an edition of the magazine that captures a lot of the work that's been going on in this project. And we really believe that the resources, the 17 projects, are going to result in excellent information and technical assistance, guidance, promising practices that transit agencies of all sizes serving all types of communities can use to make sure their services are more inclusively planned and thus more inclusively operated. The first feature that we have in this edition is really a collection of PowerPoints from a webinar that the program put together that really focus on what does that phrase mean, inclusive and inclusivity? What does it mean and how does it apply to what we're doing? At the outset of the program, we wanted to get a feel for what was already happening and successful across the community and public transportation industry when it comes to inclusive transportation planning. And Easter Seals performed what we called an environmental scan. The results of this scan and some of the findings of this scan really were the baseline that we sought to bring to the project, and we wanted to share those findings with you because we think they speak to the fact that many in the industry are already doing a lot of this, and there are a lot of good ideas, and kind of the places that we sought to expand upon for the project. As I said, a key component in this project are the 17 inclusive planning demonstration projects around the country, and we provide here a capsulized version of all 17 of those projects, where they are, who they're partnering with, what the outcomes they seek to develop will be. And as you'll see in that article, we continually point you to the website for this program, which is www.transitplanning4 transitplanningforall.org, and we'll be giving updates on these projects there. But that feature is a lengthy feature, but there's a lot of good ideas, and you can get a sense of really the core values of this project by looking at what those 17 projects are. We have three folks from our partner organizations, Virginia Dyes from the National Association of Area Agencies on Aging, Judy Shanley from Easter Seals, and our own Charlie Dixon here at CTA, that are kind of serving as inclusive transit planning liaisons for these projects. And we had a roundtable discussion with those kind of, what are the emerging trends we're seeing? What are we learning thus far from the projects, and what is their role in engendering the future success of these projects? You'll see that as well. Rounding out some of the specific content around inclusive transit planning, I don't want you to miss a podcast that I did earlier this week with the Administration for Community Living's Principal Deputy, Sharon Lewis, all about their view of the project and kind of their perspective on how important these issues are and why they're important, and what inclusive transit planning means to the Administration for Community Living. And I think you'll see that that is very consistent in a lot of the activities the project has undertaken. In addition to that, we have a couple of from the community pieces that I want to point to you to. One, our writer and my colleague here at CTAA, Janice Lorenz, was down in Natchez, Mississippi for the ribbon cutting on the Natchez, Mississippi Multimodal Transportation Center. We got some good coverage of that. And also, Lena Kotke from VIA, which is a specialized transportation provider in Boulder, Colorado, tells us about her system's crucial and important response to the terrible flooding that went on across Colorado and specifically in parts of her service area, and how VIA responded to that. And again, it's another one of those stories that really points to the great work that our members do across the country, not only every day, but in responding to really emergency situations. So we think we got a great edition of DigitalCT to kind of end 2013 on. And as always, I welcome your thoughts, your suggestions, your comments about the edition. You can send those and email those to me directly at bogren@ctaa.org. For the latest in community transportation news, CTAA event news, follow my Twitter feed, which is at CTMag1. And as we are entering mid-December, I wish all of you a happy and safe holiday season, and we certainly look forward to seeing and working with you in 2014.